I'm pretty sure I've made, I think it's 3 videos about Nikolay Goldobin in the past 2 years or something like that. I started this little Goldobin series. I don't even want to call it a series. That's not really what it is. I started making videos about Canucks prospects back when I started becoming relevant again. Back in 2017-2018, that was the season where Pettersson was dominating the Vequa Lakers and everything. That was my first real breakout season, quote-unquote. And at the beginning of that season, that's when I made my Nikolay Goldobin, he's so close video. And that video was basically saying, okay, we got this guy from the San Jose Sharks, he's really close, he was good with Utica, and he's going to be playing in the NHL eventually. He had a pretty good AHL tenure, and by the end of that season, I was saying, okay, Nikolay Goldobin, he's still close. And that was the video I made back then. Goldobin is still close, and Goldobin is almost an NHL full-time player. Afterwards, the 2018-19 season happened, and things started out really well. Goldobin was playing, I think he was playing top 6 minutes. I'm pretty sure he was over there with Pettersson and Eriksson for some time of the season. He was getting power play time, he was getting points, and everybody liked it. Everybody was saying, okay, Goldobin has finally got his head in the game, he's here. And that's when I made my video around December saying Nikolay Goldobin, he's finally here, and he's doing his thing as a full-time NHL player. Then he got comfortable. And he started kind of lapsing a little bit towards the middle part of the season, and he wasn't really the same effective player that he had been at the start of the year. Eventually, Tough Love came in, and Travis Green started pulling out the scratch card on Goldobin a few times. He was getting off the power play, or at least he was on the second power play, and the second power play was really, really bad. He wasn't really given the same treatment anymore because he became a little bit too comfortable. He stopped being as defensively responsible, and now Nikolay Goldobin, at 23 years old, still needs a contract. And assuming he gets a 1, 2, 3 year deal, let's assume 1, that's what Levo got. I'm assuming Goldobin will get around the same ballpark. Goldobin is on his last shot here. This is Goldobin's last opportunity to really establish himself as a full-time NHL regular that's capable of sticking in a lineup. This was Goldobin's first NHL season in his career. And last season he did play 38 games, but he did spend 30 games down there with the Comets, so I'm not really counting the season before the most previous season. But 2018-19 was Nikolay Goldobin's first full-time NHL year. 63 games played, 27 points, 7 goals. We know about the skills. We know about all the flashy offensive skills and the deking things and the passing that he's able to do, but he didn't put the puck in the net, and he started cracking down defensively towards the middle half of the season. So, going forward into next year, I honestly think it's Nikolay Goldobin's last opportunity to really establish himself as a full-time NHL player. They were also talking about this on Sportsnet 650 on Canucks Central at noon a few days ago, I believe, and that was a very interesting listen. It was nice hearing the guys talk about Goldobin in this context, because if Goldobin doesn't pan out, and he doesn't find himself to being a fully capable, defensively responsible NHL forward next year, I think he's going to Russia. I think he's going back, and I don't see him sticking in the NHL. Because if Goldobin is getting scratched on a Vancouver Canucks team that last season had one of the worst forward cores in the league, then I don't see that as a good sign. Now, if Goldobin does get traded, which has been discussed quite a bit in the past few weeks too, then it's a completely different ballgame. You could totally say another GM, another coach would have a different philosophy with a guy like Goldobin. Oh, play him in the top 6, let him get his points, and it doesn't really matter how defensively responsible he is as long as he's getting the points. But Travis Green isn't like that. You know, he likes the guys who are defensively responsible as well. So that's where this whole dilemma comes in. Which is why this offseason of work is going to be Nikolay Goldobin's one last opportunity towards being a full-time NHL player. And if he doesn't get it done now and next season, I don't think he's getting it done with Vancouver long term. So that's basically my 2 cents right here on Nikolay Goldobin. This was one adding to a long list of Nikolay Goldobin videos that have chronicled his NHL tenure throughout the past 2 years-ish. So hopefully I need to make one more eventually, and that one more is going to be positive. But if that one more is Nikolay Goldobin is traded or he goes to the KHL, then darn, that sucks. Hope you enjoyed this video, /show/99, and bye.